Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Early this morning at 4:15 Pacific Standard Time, local time, there was a magnitude 3.6 there near Mount Vernon, Washington. 210 people so far reportedly said they felt this earthquake. This is an area related to the Darrington Devil's Mountain Fault, which is capable of having a magnitude 7 or greater earthquake. Here we have a GPS station that has been showing uplift. Looks like back in 2016 they reset the machine, and you can see the general trend north has been rising, east has been rising. This is where they reset the machine. The problem with all this uplift, because of the subduction of the Cascadia subduction zone pushing under the North American plate, we got this mountain building going on, the uplift in different areas. And when that does rupture one day, what goes up will eventually flatten out and go down. So it looks like since 1998, they've had uplift of 2.4 inches, maybe a little bit more, 3 inches in this area. That would be for north, and then east would have about 3.1 inches towards the east of uplift. Now again, that goes back to 1998. I have to wonder how much uplift has occurred since 1700, when they had that magnitude 9 or greater earthquake. Here is the map of the felt report. They gave it an intensity level of 5. Some people evidently had windows break, maybe things fall over and break windows and plaster, probably cracks, disturbance of tall objects. They fell over, and it was felt by most people, in the area. Here we got Mount Vernon, intensity level 4. Arlington, intensity level 4. Another area of Arlington, intensity level 3. Way over here by Duncan, intensity level 3. I don't know why they gave it a intensity level 5, other than maybe because it was fell over a very large area. Kashmir, intensity level 3. Let's see, Port Townsend, intensity level 2. Woodinville, intensity level 2. Oak Harbor, intensity level 6. Or 3, 3. 6 people reported that they felt it. Now, the Darrington Devil's Mountain Fault Zone between Mount Vernon and Darrington. This fault forms a northern boundary of the Everett Basin. Now, this area has a line of high amplitude aeromagnetic anomalies, which means there is magnetic anomalies within this area. It extends from the Cascade Mountains to Vancouver Island, BC. Now, that's not the area of for the supposed one day 7.1. It's just where I put the notes here on Google Earth. And I've talked about how when you have a major earthquake on one fault zone, it would trigger an earthquake along other fault zones. So take into consideration that the Darrington Devil's Mountain Fault may connect with the Leech River Fault. It extends southwest of the Whidbey Islands there, it says. It goes from there all the way. Let's follow it along over here to, there's Darrington. And it actually curves around and goes up north. See, in 1872, there was a magnitude 7.4. That caused a lot of damage. And this is the location of the 3.6. And as you know, any earthquake has a 20% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. Going to the tremor map, Now, tremors are slow-moving earthquakes. This is the earthquakes they have listed for the 28th of March. And this is what they had yesterday. Actually, what I showed you was for the 28th and 30th. So you can see all these tremors. They're not like a sudden popping of the ground. They're slow-moving, constantly shaking, vibrating earthquakes. And you can see there was a 2.0, a 1.9. Looks like the 2.0 might be the largest that they had on the 30th, which would have been yesterday. Today is May 1st. In total, 850 earthquakes, but that would include, let me bring it over, all the way down here by the Mendocino Triple Junction. That would include that area also. Yeah, 850. Some people would call them earthquakes, but they classify them as tremors in just one day. I am sure there was a lot more people that felt this earthquake and they just didn't send it into USGS Did You Feel It website, which would be this website right here. You can report earthquakes that are not listed on this website. I'll give you a link to this webpage, or you can just go to the event webpage. Oh, they got listed as intensity level 4. Did I read it wrong? And click on the link. Intensity level 4 would have been felt indoors by many, outdoors by a few. At night would have woken them up, dishes, windows, doors disturbed, and automobiles would have been rocking. So did you feel this earthquake? How did your pets react before it? How did they react during it? Did you hear it before you felt it? Please put all that information down below. And I want to thank you once again very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.